Hello, my friends. I'm back again for another live. Today, we're going to talk about the importance of creating healthy habits and basically how habits are formed. Because the thing is, when it comes to creating a change in our life, right? When it comes to creating any healthy change, it takes time because even positive changes can be perceived as challenging. And a lot of the time, our body will resist it because, well, change is stressful because the body isn't necessarily wired for success, it is wired for survival. So, because of this, today I wanted to talk about the reasoning why challenges, specifically 30-day challenges, are so powerful for helping us create and develop healthy habits. Because, one, like I said, positive change is challenging. Even when you are excited about something, it takes consistency and effort initially to make a change, right? So, one of the beautiful things about having a 30-day challenge is that you get accountability. And accountability is huge when it comes to making a change. Why? Because now it's not just you holding yourself accountable. Now you get to be a part of a community. Now you get to be a part of something where other people are also holding you accountable. And you're way more likely to stick to something and be accountable when you know that there's other people that you are, what is the word I'm looking for? You're basically trying to not let people down. So that's why in community and when we're around other people, we're more likely to make healthy changes. That is why people love being a part of communities and doing challenges because it really does help make changes. And you're more likely to make them last. Why? Because you start to build new connections, you start to build new relationships with people, you start to change your circle. And this is going to make a huge difference if you are looking to, of course, change your life in a positive way. So, we have the 30-day challenge coming up in 7 days, guys. It's starting on October 15th. And this is going to be an incredible opportunity for people to not only completely change their life when it comes to their health and fitness, but also to create lasting changes, healthy habits that are going to take you into the next, let's hope, 60, 90 days, so that you can then create a lifestyle. Because the goal is not to just create something that is a one and done. It's not an instant gratification and it's not about a diet. It is about changing our habits and making this into a lifestyle. And that is why, for me, it's about creating a challenge, right? A 30-day challenge, something that we can stick to for 30 days that's going to give you a taste of how amazing you can feel when you change even just little things in your life, like increasing your step count or focusing on hydration, or obviously taking a product that's going to help improve your digestion, that's going to help improve your energy levels, doing things that are helping you stay active every single day. Even though we think that these things are so minuscule and that they don't really matter, they make a huge difference in the way we feel, especially when they're compounded over 30 days. So, of course, our goal is to do a 30-day challenge. But my hope is that after these 30 days, you will continue to move this into your life as a way of creating a new identity, a healthy identity, because now you get to feel how incredible it feels to be healthy. Now you know how important it is to hydrate, to get your step count, to focus on strength training, to focus on making sure that we are taking the right supplements and the right nutrition to fuel our body so that our mind is more clear, so that our energy is better, our skin, our hair, our nails, our pain starts to go away, we're decreasing inflammation. All of these things happen when we change our lifestyle, when we add in those healthy habits. Because here's the thing, healthy people are healthy because they do certain things every single day that allow them to adopt a healthy lifestyle, right? They have different habits, they speak to themselves differently, they do things differently, and that is why they're healthy. And I'm not just talking about thin people or people who even appear to look healthy, because there's a lot of people out there who look like they're healthy, right? There's plenty of people, even in the bodybuilding industry, that have abs and they look to be the idea of aesthetic and healthy, but their bodies internally are not healthy. So the point is here, I'm talking about internal to external health, because when you truly are in a good place with your hormones, when your digestion is good, when your gut health is good, all of these things are going to make you not only feel amazing, but it's going to help you with fat loss, because when you're healthy, your body starts to lose the fat, not just the weight. We start to lose fat so that we're feeling incredible. On top of that, you're going to improve your digestion. And guess what happens when you improve your digestion? Right? Common sense. We have less bloating. We don't deal with constipation anymore. This improves your mood because your gut is connected to your brain. This affects your mood in so many ways. And on top of that, we're going to boost our energy. Where do you think energy comes from? When you're digesting food, your body has to use a lot of energy to break down food, to digest it. So if you are having issues with your digestion, you're going to feel lethargic. You're going to feel more fatigued. You're going to feel low energy. So making sure that we're doing the things that we need to do so that we have better digestion, we're improving our gut health. And one of the ways that we do that is by consuming probiotics, prebiotics. Pre and probiotics are super important because that is what's going to help us build up that healthy bacteria so that we start feeling better, so that we start improving the movement of the digestive system. And on top of that, we have collagen, right? And right now I'm talking about what's in the Vibe product because this is coming along with your 30-day challenge. This is your investment in your health. This is how you commit yourself to these 30 days. You get your 30-day supply of your Vibe so that you can get started in this 30-day challenge. And this has your pre and probiotics. It has your 10 grams of protein, which is another thing that I'm constantly talking about. And I've been talking about this for years and years and years and years. Protein is essential, not only for recovery, but also for making you feel amazing. Because amino acids, which that is what protein is. Protein is amino acids, whether it's coming from collagen, coming from plant protein, or it's coming from animal-based protein. Amino acids are necessary for every single function in your body. And we go through these fads, right? Throughout history, we can see when, in the 80s, there's a diet that's popular. And then we have the next popular diet in the 90s and then the 2000s. But one thing will always stay the same. Regardless of how much we argue it, protein will always be necessary for us to have proper health because amino acids are necessary for helping us repair our bodies, right? So that is something that we always need to make sure that we are prioritizing in our diet. And collagen just happens to be the most abundant protein in our body, meaning your body needs collagen to repair itself. And this is super powerful when combined with the other ingredients that are in Vibe. Because one of the other things is that I know that there's so many different supplements on the market. I know that you can go on Amazon and buy a probiotic. I know that you can go somewhere and get something cheaper. But do you want cheaper or do you want quality? Because I know, because I've worked in this industry now for over 8 years, I've been a coach, I've been a trainer, I've studied nutrition, I've been in the supplement industry. I know what it's like to take products and waste so much money buying products. I was spending at one point $500 to $600 a month just on vitamins. And I was still being tested, mind you, and my minerals, my vitamins were still deficient. And it was because I wasn't focusing on, one, the combination of ingredients matters, and two, making sure that my gut health is good. Because if my gut is not in a good place, meaning if I still have issues with, let's say, overgrowth of candida, or I have SIBO, or I have any sort of imbalance like a leaky gut syndrome, I'm not going to absorb nutrients. That means that everything that you are taking in right now, all the money that you're spending on vitamins, minerals, nutrients, it's not going to benefit you because you can't absorb it. That is why when we created this, I was like, it's important that everything in here focuses on gut first. Because if we have a healthy microbiome and we give ourselves the healthy bacteria and the fiber and all of these things conducive to a healthy gut microbiome that allows us to absorb the minerals, the vitamins, the nutrients that we also need, that we can get from our food, but we often don't because we can't absorb it, right? So that is why I'm saying the combination matters. That is why when you're taking a probiotic, you need to be taking a prebiotic, because prebiotics feed probiotics. If we don't feed our good bacteria, it will die off. And guess what else? When you're consuming lots of artificial sweeteners and sugars and colors and fast food and preservatives and all this stuff, right? That kills off your good bacteria. So if we're not constantly replacing our good bacterias and feeding those good bacterias, they will die off. Even stress kills off good bacteria. Stress from work, stress from relationships, stress from life in general. All of these things are working against us. So we have to make sure that we are being very intentional about giving our body, because this is your vehicle, this is your machinery, and you have to ask yourself, am I taking care of myself? Am I taking care of my body so that I can live a life where I feel good, where I have energy? Because like I said, we do live in a world that is very stressful. It's just a fact. Social media, all the things that we have going on in our worlds, we have to combat that because the body needs more love and care now more than ever. So we do that by giving ourselves the things that we need, like probiotics, like prebiotics, like protein, amino acids, collagen. And on top of that, another thing that we added in here is called guarana extract. And that is a natural form of caffeine. Because here's another thing. I know how many people are addicted to caffeine. I know that we have an energy crisis. I know that there's so many people out there right now that are screaming for more energy. I know for me, even I sometimes am like, oh man, I could really use an energy boost, right? But I don't want to take something that is going to, one, hurt my hormones, or two, negatively impact my health over the long term. Because I know anyone watching right now, you probably know this already. When you start drinking a lot of caffeine, it stops working, right? I'm sure we've all experienced that. You start taking more and more caffeine. You need more and more energy drinks. Why? Because you're starting to burn out your adrenal glands. You stop producing the same amount of hormones that are necessary for you to be able to produce the amount of nutrients that your body needs. Hold on one second. I just got a text from my sister. She said, your live is paused. I don't know what happened. Hopefully. Okie dokie. I hope it's working again. It might just be an issue with connection or something like that, but I feel like I just lost my train of thought. Anyways, what I'm getting at is obviously everything that we're doing affects us either in a negative way or a positive way. And so when it comes to caffeine specifically, it was very important to create a product that still has a lower amount of caffeine so that it doesn't burn out our adrenal glands and is combined with something called L-theanine. For those of you who don't know what L-theanine is, it is amino acid. It is an incredible nutrient that helps balance the nervous system. And so this is really, really powerful when it's combined with caffeine, because you still get your energy, but with no jitters, you get no drop, and it creates a very stable environment so that we're not overtaxing our adrenal glands and we're not messing up our energy. Because like I said, like I'm sipping on some right now, guys. This is what I like to have. Sometimes I do it in the morning. Sometimes I do it kind of early afternoon, like right now. And it gives me a very stable energy. It makes me focused. And because it's coming from a natural source, it's not going to affect my hormones. And it's not going to negatively impact my energy levels long term. Because here's the thing. I know that there are so many people out there right now. I shouldn't say people. There are so many companies right now that don't actually care about your health. Surprise, I'm sure you already knew that. All of these companies that are selling you energy drinks, all the companies that are pushing crazy amounts of caffeine at you because they know it's going to be a stimulant, they know it's going to give you a boost of energy initially, they don't care about the fact that that's going to completely ruin your hormones in the long term. Why? Because they're making money off of you. And they also understand that, well, hello, we live in a world that is energy deprived. Everyone's looking for an extra hit of energy because everyone, pretty much 95% of the population, is dealing with metabolic issues. And because most people have metabolic issues, most people are going to be struggling with their energy because your gut is the command center. And if you don't have your gut in check, I can't stress it enough, then everything else is going to basically turn for the worst. So once again, energy is important. And I understand that. I understand that not a lot of people still need that energy boost. People can't just completely go off caffeine. You can, but you're going to have withdrawals. You're going to have headaches. You're going to have these issues. So what we can do then is find healthier alternatives that are going to make you healthier now, make you feel good now, and help you in the long term. Because when you're taking something that is good for you and is going to help heal you in the long term, it's a win-win. Now you actually get to feel great and you get to feel even better as your gut continues to heal. Because that is why the supplement has what it has. It has the combination of ingredients that it has so that you can feel incredible now when you take it, and it will improve your health as time goes on. Okay? So you guys will be able to feel this when you join the 30-day challenge. You will be able to see that not only on your first scoop do you feel incredible, but as you continue to progress taking this product, you're going to be like, okay, it's day 25, it's day 30. I no longer have bloating. Like, what the heck? I don't have any constipation. Your energy, your mind is going to be more clear. Everything is going to start feeling better because you're focusing on the foundation of your health, and that is your gut. Okay? And then, of course, the last two ingredients that I'm going to touch on is, give me 1 second. Let me check and make sure this is not paused. I am hoping. How is the video over on Instagram? Because right now, guys, I will tell you, I'm live on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook, okay? So if I'm not seeing your comments, that is why, because I'm on StreamYard and I'm multi-streaming right now, okay? So I hope everything's good on all of these platforms. But like I said, we're going to discuss now the last two ingredients that have to do with boosting your metabolism, because this is another thing. Because I'm a coach, because I've trained athletes, I've trained children, I've trained elderly, I mean, you name it. And I've had people with all kinds of different health issues. I've had people that have struggled with hypothyroid, even hyperthyroid. I've had people with Crohn's disease and different autoimmune issues. And what I've learned is that so many people in this world, not only are they dealing with health issues, and that's the reason why they can't lose fat, but they are also needing some help when it comes to getting off, let's say, the last 20 pounds, the last 10 pounds, or even people who have 50 pounds to lose. It is very helpful for us to have basically, I wouldn't call it a fat burner, but it's a way to boost our metabolism naturally without affecting our hormones and without using stimulants. Because like I said, there's tons of fat burners on the market, but they're high in stimulants. They have tons of caffeine. Yeah, they're going to make you burn more calories because your body goes into hyperdrive and now your immune system's cranked. You're taxing your adrenal glands through the roof, but that's not sustainable. That's not going to help you in the long term. So don't choose quick fixes, because quick fixes almost all the time are going to lead to a problem in the future. Don't do that to yourself, because that is going to cause more issues. I'm going to tell you firsthand. Let me tell you a little story here. Story time. When I was 19 years old was the first time I would say that I really started using pre-workouts in the gym like a crazy person. Because at this time, the hype was, if you're going to the gym and you're going to lift, then you have to be taking a pre-workout, right? So I was taking the next new thing on the market, which had to do with, making you have crazy energy and improve your lifts because, it gives you all these stimulants, right? And I'm not going to name the brand, but I think it had anywhere from 250 to 300 milligrams of caffeine at the time. And I was taking that every day before my workout. And let me say, it did work, right? It got me cranked. I was like crazy energy. And I'm like, wow, I have so much energy. And there were some days that I would not only do my pre-workout before the gym, but I would also be having possibly an energy drink earlier in the morning. Of course, that wasn't every day. But what I'm saying is there got to a point where the pre-workout stopped working. I would take it, nothing happened. I would continue taking it, and then I would switch brands and think maybe, okay, maybe it has something to do with the fact that I need to change what I'm, the brand. Maybe it's just, it's not working anymore. So I would shift, go to another brand, try it again, and still nothing. Basically what I learned was, because at this time I was also overtraining, I was doing too much, not eating enough, didn't understand health the way that I do now. And basically what I learned is that when you crank these things for so long, you completely destroy your adrenal glands. Because yeah, it gets you excited in that moment because of course we want to feel energized, right? And especially when it comes to exercise, right? It gets you so excited. It gives you the motivation that you need to go to the gym. But once again, when you're young, you think you're invincible. And some people even think this regardless of your age, right? We think, oh, we're invincible. Because something fixes my problem or puts a band-aid on my issue, then I'm going to do it. But I just want to bring this to your attention because I've dealt with this and I know a lot of people forget about this. Just because something makes you feel good now doesn't mean it's going to fix your problem later. We should only be doing things and investing in things that benefit us now and later. Because if you don't, like I said, let's say that you have low energy and you're just continually taking more and more and more caffeine, I promise you it's going to catch up to you. It did for me, and I regretted it because I had to go through years of trying to fix my hormonal issues and trying to repair my adrenal glands. And still today, I have to be careful with caffeine because I burned my adrenal glands out. So, like I said, that is important for us to focus on because a lot of people don't think about those things because we're in a society that pushes things in our face. And we're not thinking about the consequences. We're not thinking about what's going to happen 10 years from now, right? But I know for me, I don't just want to feel incredible today and, of course, have energy today. I want to also feel good as I continue to age, right? So, I don't think I mentioned the last two. Okay, so we have CLA combined with calorie burn. These two ingredients are fabulous for fat loss. And let me explain why. Number one is CLA. CLA is basically an incredible nutrient that helps us shift into a fat burning state. It helps us with fat metabolism. So fat metabolism is obviously something that's important because there's a lot of people that maybe because of hormones, because of all these issues that they have internally, health-wise, their body actually burns muscle easier than it burns fat. That's a problem, right? CLA helps our body target fat specifically. Then we have calorie burn. Calorie burn is a patented formula, an all-natural, stimulant-free, basically, fat burner because it doesn't have stimulants. It is from a natural herb. I would have to pull up the name for you guys, but it's a very long, crazy herb, and I'm not going to be able to pronounce it very well. But it is designed to target your brown adipose tissue. So it becomes more thermogenic every time you're consuming it. So, for example, when I consume this Vibe, right, and let's say that I'm not even exercising, the science has proven that just consuming calorie burn makes you burn way more calories throughout the day than if you don't consume it. So as you can obviously see, CLA combined with calorie burn is a match made in heaven because now we're burning more calories, but we're making sure that we're burning those calories from fat so that we are targeting fat because we don't want to be losing our muscle. The last thing that we want is to lose our lean muscle tissue. We want to build and at least maintain our muscle tissue that we have, especially now and as we age. Because now oh my gosh, I could go into this for hours, but the decrease in testosterone that's happening in men and women is making it harder and harder for us to maintain our muscle mass. And this is important, especially as we age, to help with injury prevention. This helps with all cause mortality. Like increasing your muscle mass is something that is so underrated because people don't really understand that muscle is not just muscle. Muscle is an organ and it helps our body in so many ways. It is something that I wish people would talk about more. And I know that a lot of podcasts and people are talking about this more now in the health space. So that's amazing. But we need to be focusing less on being just skinny, right? Because skinny doesn't mean healthy, but having good amounts of muscle mass so that you can have a very healthy and strong body. Okay, I have a few comments here and questions. Of course, if you guys have any questions for me, right here I can see some questions from YouTube. I will go check the questions from Instagram here in a second, but go ahead and leave your questions and I'll get to those. All right, some people saying I take CLA. Amazing. Yes, it's really good. L-carnitine. Yes, L-carnitine is another good one. Those are both really great for fat loss. Health is wealth. Yes, exactly. Yep. It's one of those things that we don't think about, right, until we get sick. We don't think about how important it is to be healthy and how much we love to have energy and be pain-free, right, and strong and be able to, for me, be athletic, be able to play sports, to be able to run around, to even look athletic, right? Aesthetically, I like to look lean and fit, but oftentimes we forget about those things when something happens, right? When we get sick, then we're like, oh my gosh, the only thing I want to do is feel better. So we need to be thinking about preventative as medicine because we don't want to be getting ourselves in a position where we have to end up spending crazy amounts of money in the future on medical bills because we haven't been smart about prevention when it comes to our health. Oh gosh, I'm gonna drip everywhere. I'm drinking my Vibe right now. So for those of you who are just joining, we're talking about the 30-day Vibe challenge. If you guys want to sign up, I will have to leave the link because I don't think there's a place for me to put the link at this moment, but I will leave the link. And so in order for you guys to join, you're going to purchase your bag of Vibe, of course, because you're going to be consuming this for 30 days, along with your first, last name, and your email address. That way we can track who is going to be a part of this because we're going to have not only your step-by-step of what we're going to do for those 30 days, but you're also going to have access to the workouts that we have already created. So it is a very easy way for you guys to not have to stress. Everything is already done for you. You just have to push play and, of course, commit. And I'm just excited because I know that people sometimes overlook the simple things that really make the biggest difference when it comes to their health. And like I said, when you combine that with the right ingredients, with the right things to focus on your gut health, you transform your body. The fat's going to fall off. You're going to have more energy. Your skin's going to clear up. You're going to notice that a lot of your inflammation goes down, which is going to decrease pain. It's going to help with bloating. It's going to help with if you're dealing with any sort of constipation or issues like that. So I don't know. I know that for me, it's something that I'm hooked on, guys, and I drink every single day. Alrighty, let me go ahead and check. Oh, we have one more question or one more comment from YouTube. Turmeric is good for inflammation. Very, very true. Yes, and I'm going to answer some of the questions off Instagram as well. Yes, and let me see here. Angie says, I'm so excited to start the challenge. Yes, me too. And it's such a fun way to hold ourselves accountable when it comes to being healthy, right? Like I said in the beginning, It's so helpful to have people in your life that also share the same values. And I know one of mine is health. And so I know that having people around me who also value that makes it easier. Because if you have people around you that don't share those values, it's going to make it harder for you to stick to your habits because those people don't care about it, right? But you can also be that person that changes that, you know? You can be the one that changes the, what's the word? The destiny for other people, because when you change your habits and you change your life and other people see how much that impacts you and how much you show up differently because you are finally putting yourself first, you're finally investing in yourself, because that's a whole nother topic. I could do a whole entire live specifically just talking about investing in yourself, because the beginning of my journey was literally me deciding that I was worth investing in. It was me deciding that I deserve and I'm allowed to be selfish. Meaning, just because everyone else in my life doesn't prioritize these things and wants me to continue to follow this path that they're down right now, doesn't mean I have to. You get to do things differently. And you get to appear to others as selfish, and that's okay. That just means that those aren't your people. Because people in your life who actually want to see you win, people who want to see you successful and healthy and thriving, are going to be people who promote you being selfish, because that is actually necessary for you in order to get healthy. You have to put yourself first, because you can't even be a good example for others if you don't take care of yourself first. What do you have to give if you have nothing? If you're sick, you're tired, and you're broke, and you're negative, what do you have to give to other people? You know what I mean? So we have to make sure that we are investing in ourselves. And like I said, for me, investing in my health was my first step. Because when you invest in your health and you start feeling amazing and you start having energy, then you can start showing up in the other areas of life too. Then you can start making more money. Then you can start having the energy to set better boundaries. Then you can start having the energy to change your circle. But you cannot change until you have the energy to do so, right? I can speak from personal experience here. If we don't have the energy and the willpower to even make a change, then nothing's going to happen, right? But when you feel good, when your body's good and you're thriving here, then naturally you're like, "Oh my gosh, I want to start this project. I want to do this thing. I want to, you know, start expanding my life in so many other areas, because now you have the energy to do so." All right, a couple more comments here on YouTube. Being selfish is healthy for the mind, body, soul, and wallet. That is so, so true. Yes. And of course, when people think about selfishness, a lot of the time they think this means that I'm going to start treating people badly, or that I'm going to start never helping out, or, not hanging out with friends anymore, whatever that is, right? But that's not the case. Being selfish just means that you put your health first, that you take care of you, you make sure you're in a good place, so then you can be better for other people. It doesn't mean that you just become a terrible person. It doesn't mean that you now treat people badly. It just means that you make sure you're good. It's your job and your responsibility and my responsibility to make sure that I'm good, and I'm healthy, that my finances are good, that I'm okay when it comes to my financial situation, and that I have the right people in my life. That is my responsibility, because I'm the one that chooses those things. So when we take accountability for that and we understand that's our responsibility, then we become selfish in the eyes of some, but in the eyes of others, that's called accountability and responsibility. Okay, another comment. I like what you are saying. Please share your Instagram. I would like to set up a podcast. Interesting. That would be cool. Yeah, I'll leave all of my information I'm not sure if this will post on all platforms, but I'm going to go ahead and type a comment in here in this comment platform and see if it works. So my IG is, see if it works here. Because I recently changed it. It is different on Instagram than it is on some of my other platforms. I'm also on, like I said, for those of you who are watching, because I'm live on 3 platforms right now. I obviously have Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and I also have a TikTok account. Okie dokie. Let me go ahead and check Instagram one more time, guys. For those of you who just joined, we're talking about the 30-day vibe challenge starting on October 15th. We're super excited. This is going to be an amazing opportunity for people to change their life. If you know that you're having a hard time right now, maybe because you always put yourself last, then this is the challenge for you. If you are feeling like you need to lose some extra pounds, this is the challenge for you. If you're looking to change your circle and start surrounding yourself with more positive, high vibe people, this is the challenge for you. You're looking to improve your skin, your hair, your nails, to just decrease overall inflammation. This is the challenge for you. You're trying to improve your gut health. This is the challenge for you. Pretty much if you want to improve anything that has to do with your health, this is going to benefit you significantly. You're trying to change your habits to become healthier. Maybe you want some accountability. This is the challenge for you. Drink some more of my vibe. I'm going to stay on here for just a couple more minutes, guys, if anyone has any more questions. Like I said, I will have to leave the link. Let me see. Maybe I can send the link here. Where is my phone? I don't have my phone by me right now. It's right here. Let's see if I can pull up the link for you guys. That way I can just potentially just type it into this comment section here, and that will make it a lot easier for you guys to just go ahead and sign up there. But I'm going to have to send it to probably maybe I can just type it in. That'd probably be faster. I'm just going to type it in here. HTTP. All right. So it is connected to the website, but because this is a separate page specifically to sign up, because like I said, we don't just want you guys to purchase the bag. I need to know exactly who's joining the challenge so that I can send everyone that information and that you guys will get access to the workouts and all of the other amazing stuff that's going to come along with the challenge. Making sure that I'm typing this in correctly. Dash. Welcome. Okie dokie. Let me copy this. Perfect. Apparently, I still don't know how to use still don't know how to use technology very well. Okay. Oh boy, I want to spill this all over me. You know, something else really cool, guys, is that we recently launched in Mexico and Costa Rica. Woohoo! I'm really excited about that. We're really planning on taking this global, and that's going to be amazing because obviously for years and years, I've had this vision of being able to help people worldwide when it comes to their health and wellness because of how much it really changed my own life. And like I said, it really is like the stepping stone to people prioritizing themselves. And so that's something that's really beautiful. And I'm excited for this to transform a lot of people's lives. So yep. Oh, look, there it is. Sweet. I forgot I can show these comments on the screen. Can everyone see this? I hope everyone can see this on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. There we go. Perfect. So this is the link, everyone. Whoever wants to go ahead and join the challenge, like I said, you can go to this link. It will ask you for your first and last name. And then, of course, you can purchase your first bag because, of course, that is included in this 30-day challenge. This is your investment in yourself. Remember, you need to order this as soon as possible because we want you to have your product ready for day one. We are starting October 15th. So definitely order now so that you can be ready for day one. Okay, a couple other questions. So Vibe is your brand. Yes. Yes, yes, sir, it is. Sir, ma'am, I don't know. I'm guessing, sir. I guess I shouldn't be saying that if I don't know for sure. Yes. And it is visible on YouTube. Okay, perfect. Awesome, awesome. Okay, and then for those of you who just want to check out the website is feelthevibe.fit. If you just want to go check out the website. Alrighty, that's pretty much all I wanted to discuss today. I'm excited. I'm gonna go live every day, guys, until I would say even until the last day, so that I can continue to share with people this opportunity. It's going to be really, really fun and a cool way for us to build community and to get healthier together. Congratulations. Costa Rica is a wonderful market. Yes, thank you so much. It is definitely exciting. Costa Rica is amazing. I love that Latin America in general, they are very receptive to also new ways of getting healthy, but on top of that, new ways of earning. Because I didn't mention that today, but I will say it really quick. Vibe is not only available for purchase, this also has the option for affiliate marketing. For those of you who want to have just another opportunity or option to make some extra money, some extra cash, then you can join. So basically, when you purchase your bag, you will receive 2 emails. And of the 2 emails, there's going to be one that's an invitation to become an influencer. And an influencer basically means your ability to sell this with affiliate marketing. Okay. And it is amazing because you can get up to 50% commission. So it's a 2-tier affiliate marketing, very simple. You're going to make $20 on your first bag, right? So if I sell this to someone, boom, I make $20. If that person sells, then you make $10. So you have the ability to make up to 50%. So once again, this isn't just a product. Okay, cool. Retail. That's amazing. But this is also something that you can use to make extra money. Why did we do this? Because guess what? I have been seeing this for so long. People are always recommending products. I know, especially women, right? When we love something, we share it with our friends. We share it with our family. We share it with everyone on social media. But you're not making any money off of it. So why not share something you actually love and get paid for it, right? No more sharing your Starbucks pumpkin lattes without making some extra cash, okay? Because today's the day and age. Affiliate marketing is the future, and it is an incredible way for you to not only get healthier, but to get wealthier and create community, right? So this is like how to transform your life in all areas. Because like I said, for me, when I see health, I don't just see it like I have a healthy body. Health is about having a healthy mind. It's about having a healthy body. It's about having a healthy relationship with money. It's about having a healthy relationship with everyone in your life, not just your family, but your romantic partner, your friend groups, your community. Everything is connected. So if you want to be a healthy, well-rounded human, then we have to approach it in a holistic way. So that is my vision with Vibe. That is the reason why this is something that is a big passion of mine. Like I said, is it's easy to start with our health because that is the commitment to yourself. Because you deserve to feel good, you deserve to have energy. And then from there, guess what? When it transforms your life and you're losing weight and your hair is growing faster and your skin's glowing and all of a sudden all your friends are going to be like, What are you doing? Why are you so happy? Why do you have so much energy? And you're just going to be like, well, I started taking this product and I started changing my lifestyle and adding in healthier things for myself. And I just decided that I was worth investing in. And they're going to be like, I want some. I want some of that. I want what you're on. Boom, sold. Now you're thriving, you're healthy, you're glowing, and you got money in the bank. And now people are going to appreciate you because now you're not only helping yourself, you're helping others. Because the way that it transformed you, there's a 95% chance, 99% chance it's going to transform their life too. Maybe health-wise, most likely, because once again, it's going to help everyone in some way, but maybe it's going to give them more energy. Maybe it's going to heal their gut. Maybe they're going to lose weight. But regardless, they're going to get incredible results with the product. Another comment from YouTube. Why are you so happy? For real, people get surprised to see someone happy. It's true. Isn't it crazy that we can walk around in today's world, especially in the US, where you would assume we'd have the most happy people because less people starving, more financial opportunity. It's, the American dream, right? And there's, in my opinion, there tends to be a lot less happy people here than even in places in the world where people are less fortunate. That's pretty crazy, right? So, anyways, it would be really cool, I think, if people would get healthier because it's going to make them happier, right? And a byproduct of that is that everything else in your life improves. Whether you choose to be a part of affiliate marketing with Vibe or whether you choose to do something else with your financial journey or whatever, it doesn't really matter to me. What matters to me is that you benefit your life in a positive way and that you can have a ripple effect in the world, because that's what I'm trying to do, is help people in the way that I have been helped. And one of those is by prioritizing my health and by improving all aspects of my life, mentally, spiritually, all the things. And it definitely has a positive impact in your life and the lives of the people around you. And of course, now we get to expand even more globally because of social media. We need more positive influences on social media. Okie dokie. Last chance to ask questions, guys, and I'm going to head off. I don't see any questions from Facebook. I'm hoping that the Facebook is working. Let me go ahead and check here on my phone on Facebook, because sometimes, for some reason, it doesn't show up. Let's go ahead and pull it up. Is it even showing that I'm going live? That's the real question. I'm not really a big Facebook user, to be honest. Oh, look, there I am. Yes. Sweet. Okay. User, to be honest. Oh, look. Okay. There are no comments so far on Facebook, so we're in the clear there. Let me go ahead and check Instagram one more time. Alrighty. Congrats. Thank you so much. All right. Who else we got? Yes, we can see it. Yes, we can see it. Okay, perfect. Awesome. Alrighty, guys. So that's all I have for today. Once again, the link is on the screen if you are interested in signing up for the 30-Day Vibe Challenge. We are starting on October 15th. That's coming up really, really quick, guys. So make sure that you put your order in so that you can receive your product before day one, because you're going to want to have your product for when we get started. Okay. So I will be back here again tomorrow to go live, and that way we can see if we can get some more people Obviously, we want to get as many people as we can to be a part of this challenge. It's going to make it more fun so that we can see more and more people have amazing transformations. And of course, we'll be giving away fun prizes and all that good stuff. So, anyways, I will see you guys later. Have a great rest of your Tuesday. Bye, guys.